in recognition of the increasing connectivity, the Indian and Pacific Oceans, today we rename the U.S. Pacific Command to U.S. Indo-Pacific Command.
In recognition of the connectivity between Indian and Pacific Oceans. That's what he said. But cut to 2026, and it seems that recognition has dropped because US Pacific Command is back. Question is why? Especially when the US Pacific Command website still clearly states that the command is committed to enhancing stability in the Indo-Pacific region. And even their official online channel says Indo-Pacific. What's with the optics? Who is US trying to please? And most importantly, in today's day, can US achieve regional objectives in this part of the world without India? I'm Shivan Jonna. This is Game Plan. Let's get to the point. It is the oldest and largest of the unified combatant commands of the US Armed Forces. It is the cornerstone of American forward deployments and posturing across the globe. Headquartered at Camp H.M. Smith in Hawaii, it integrates US Army, Navy, Air Force and Marine Corps forces within its area of responsibility. Its region of operations stretches from the US West Coast to the western Indian border and from the North Pole to Antarctica. When US included Indo to its command, it highlighted the rising importance of the Indian Ocean, which is named after India, and carries a lion's share of global trade, energy flows and maritime commerce. The Indian Ocean is a bridge between Asia, Africa and Europe. And few countries today possess India's combination of economic potential, military strength and its vast geopolitical reach. India's strategic environment directly connects it to the world's most important choke points, making India increasingly central to global supply chains. And with expanding Chinese influence in the Indo-Pacific region, a closer association with India is clearly in America's interest, as no sustainable maritime order in this region can emerge without India's participation. US operates over 750 military installations across 80 countries. But the one major power where US could not establish even an outpost is India. In 2016, US and India signed a military pact, allowing both countries to access each other's designated military bases. Soon after, the US Pacific Command became the Indo-Pacific Command. But till date, India stands firm on its strategic autonomy and US military presence in India remains a distant dream. In fact, on the same day that the US dropped Indo from its pivotal Pacific Command, a report surfaced that US is in fact establishing a war-ready weapon stockpile on Australian soil for the first time ever with a $30 million allocation. What US could not achieve in India, it perhaps found in Australia instead. When asked about the name change, this is what the US ambassador to India said recently.
I don't care what name is on a letterhead, but look at what actually the United States is doing. And so, yes, the name changed. We're still there.
But let's look at it with precedence. In 2025, when the US reverted the Department of Defense to its earlier named Department of War, Secretary of War Pete Hegseth mentioned, "We think words and names and titles matter." So if the US Secretary of War says words and names matter, then why does the US ambassador to India say that they don't? And if it's just a name on a letterhead, then why change the name in the first place? Also, the change occurred within a month of Donald Trump returning from his lopsided visit to China. But that's the US, divergent from stance at the drop of a hat. But what remains steady is the Indian presence in the crucial Indo-Pacific region. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.